Hi, this is Jody. Welcome back to my channel. How is everyone? So I have a craft with me right now. So, do you have wrapping paper? So this is going to be this will be a fun project. So I have, well, if you've seen my other haul, I got a huge box of vintage and, older wrapping paper. So I thought, what am I going to do with all this? So I have quite a few ideas here. So let's take a look. So I have all occasion or birthday. There's Christmas. Look at this beautiful Christmas paper. Here's like a boy's. It's not really birthday or really any theme. It's just like a boy. So if you have lots of wrapping paper, I started brainstorming. And so what I did is I just, was up in front of the TV because I was recovering from a cold. And so I just got a bunch of cardstock out. Not really super heavy, but, it's cardstock. And what I started doing is taking my glue stick and just taking a glue stick and going over an entire piece of cardstock. And then I put on a piece of wrapping paper. Like this is one whole piece. This is actually like a used piece. If you can see like all of the crinkle marks of like where the present was wrapped, I just think it is really cool looking. So, and it's beautiful, beautiful Christmas wrapping paper. So this is just one that I did. Here is one that I kind of just layered and I tore, and then I just stretched the edges to kind of decoupage it basically, or collage it. So this is just some, no really theme as far as occasion, but this is just some cats, and it's kind of, vintage looking. So I backed it onto some matching paper. Here's another one. I love this Christmas paper. It's just got some bells, and I backed it onto some darker green. Now, what I want to tell you is, I don't know if you've ever done it, but gluing on wrapping paper onto cardstock gives it a really neat feel. I don't know what there is about it, but it is really cool. And so here is like some foil, shiny type, and it's just really neat. But the secret to it is getting all of the glue on your glue stick covered, every inch of it, and then you just, cut away your wrapping paper. So here is another like vintage type wrapping paper on that one. And then here is, I used a piece of black on this one. And I only had just 2 small pieces, so I just put it on here and I just distressed this right here. I'm not worried about this because I'll show you what I'll do. Here was some just birthday candles. It was just really pretty, and I put it on some purple. Here was some shiny silver. These are like 2 little doves and rings, so I'm assuming it was wedding paper. So I backed it onto some black. And then here is some more, I have hundreds of wrapping papers, but these were just some of the favorites that I had picked out and started with. So here is some Merry Christmas one with little tiny berries here, and it was really pretty, and I put it onto some gold paper to match this gold here. And then this was just some really cool psychedelic looking paper, and I put it on some bright blue. Now let me show you. I got a little, so What should I tell you next? So here were some smaller pieces. So all my cutoffs, scraps of cardstock. So I had like little pieces of this wrapping paper. So I chose this one because this color matches this color here. Here were some smaller, these are just smaller pieces I did. So here's some vintage baby wrapping paper. And I backed it on to some really pretty blue that matches the blue ends. And then here were some cherries. And I put it onto some green. So those were, and these are just little cutoffs from these projects. Okay, so what I did is, okay, what am I going to do now after I took my wrapping paper and I put it onto there? So I started making, got a little of a mess here, but so what I started doing is just playing around with my punch board. Let me grab it here. So just an envelope punch board. This is a We Are Memories keeper. And so I just started playing around with that and and just started doing some folding and origami type, you know, things. So let's do the envelopes first. So what I did is, I don't know what it is, but I just love the feel of this wrapping paper on the cardstock. And let me zoom down here. And it makes a really nice heavy-duty envelope. And it's not going to rip at all. You know, like if you take a regular envelope and put it in your journal, you know, it may tend to rip. But this one was like a Christmas kind of around the world wrapping paper, and so I made a smaller size envelope out of this one. This one is, this is like 4 by 4, like a 4 by 5 envelope, and I just used yellow and did it on my punch board. So here's a small one, and then I also did a large coin envelope, and so this one is some vintage baby wrapping paper. And so this one is kind of, where's my measuring here? So this one is a 5, this is like a 5 by 6-ish. Isn't that just beautiful? I love that. And I put it onto some pink, and it makes a nice, beautiful envelope to go in a journal. This would be, you know, of course, beautiful in a children's book, like a little golden book, or even a baby journal. Okay, and then I did the same thing with this wrapping paper. Now this wrapping paper was like snowman on one side and trees on another. So it was kind of neat. And again, I just love the feel of it. Really cool. And I made another big envelope out of this one. This one's a little bit bigger. This is a 7. This is, 7 by 5. So like a 5 by 7 picture would fit in here. Okay, and then I made a couple smaller, narrow ones. So this one is a 4 by 6 envelope. So this is more of a taller one, and really cool. Love it. And this is some vintage paper. Not really any occasion on this. It does have a bunny, has cats, has bears. So this is more of just a children's paper. But I love this. Really thick, sturdy. Okay, and then I did the same thing with this Christmas paper here with some gold holly leaves and berries. And then I ran short, like I said, on the Santa one. Let me find it here. So like on the Santa one, when I did the page, this doesn't have any paper, wrapping paper on it, because it's just blank here. But like for this piece, I ran out, and so I just took another piece that would look neat with it, and so this happens to be leftover piece of this on this one. So it's kind of like a collage, you know, piece on this one. And so this is a nice big envelope, and then you can see a little bit of it in the corner there. Here's another really small, long, narrow one. This is Christmas paper on this one. You could actually even put pencils or something in those. Okay, then here's a regular size greeting card size. Again, I just love the feel of the wrapping paper on these cards. It's really neat. These, you could actually send these in the mail. These would be fine to send in the mail. You know, put a label here and send in the mail and make your own greeting card and put them in there would be fantastic too. Okay, this one is some Christmas bunnies. And it has a wreath and some bright red, and so this was really cool. And I put it on some tan cardstock, and again, real beautiful card. All right, here's another one I did. This is kind of a white one with some Santa stockings on it, and I put it on green. Here is another one. This is kind of a square size. It's more, that's the same as this one, so I made two out of that, two sizes. And then I also made out of this wrapping paper, I did some sailboats. This is a business size envelope, and it's got yellow, kind of a pale yellow in the back. And then this one I did the purple to match the purple in here. So there's two sizes of that envelope. And this is one of my favorite. This is The Gift of Love is a Gift of Joy wrapping paper. Again, I love the feel of it. And real thick, heavy, you know, cardstock. This would be beautiful in a Valentine's journal. So if you've got wrapping paper, old wrapping paper, whatever, laying around, this is a great idea. A great idea. And of course, you can't find these types of images nowadays on scrapbook paper. So, you know, using vintage wrapping paper just kind of gives you your own cardstock, you know, patterned cardstock. So here's another vintage one with snow, trees, Christmas trees, and some snow. And then I backed it onto the green to match that. So that's another one. And then one of my, another all-time favorite that I love is this one here. I love this vintage paper. It is little babies, and it's just really, you know, got lots of flowers and silky umbrellas and, you know, butterflies and little girls, and it's just really dainty. I guess I like it for that reason. And I put it on some beautiful pink. So this is kind of a, this is a 6.5 by 3 3/4 size envelope. So this is really cute size. And then I made a little tiny one, just a tiny one to tuck in a tuck spot in a journal. And it's got a little bear on the front. So, and you know, it's just really neat. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now what I did, so I made this one also. This is a large one. This one's like 7. This is 7 by a little over 6 1/4. So this says Noel on it. And so what I did is I just collaged a little bit of vintage fabric here, and here's some kind of like felt and just some little ribbon and little scrap pieces like I have here. I have all these little scrap pieces that I was sitting watching TV this weekend and cut out, you know, all these pieces. So I just made a little collage, you know, dressed it up, and so it can be put into a journal, and it can go on to the side of, I don't even have a journal handy here, but I do have my notebook. So I know this isn't the right size, but, well, we could do this one, for instance. So you could, you know, it's just easily, you know, you put on a page like this, and then, or the side. So they're very easy to put into a journal. So you could also, before you glue it, you could leave it open and then sew this into your journal, you know, with your pamphlet stitch, and then go back and glue it shut, and then it'll be in your book like this, and then you can decorate the outside also. So that is an idea. All right. So then I also made this type of an envelope. And so this one is really unique. I like it. I got it on, I think the folding instructions I got on Pinterest. So this is a pocket here. And, oh, did I put that through? Did I glue that in? Oh, I might have. So anyways, this is a pocket. So you can put tags in here. This is also a pocket through here. This flap I put down with a little piece of fabric here. But you, well here, I'll show you. You could easily, so you can leave it like this, and you can glue all this down if you want, and then this can be a writing spot, and then you can write here. But I just chose to do something different with it. I just chose to put some fabric there, a little piece of fabric, and put a little, what do you call these thingies? Brads. And then you can have pocket here, you know, and you can actually put something else here on this side too. So this was kind of unique. So I liked that. This you can glue right into a journal if you want, and then you would have a tuck spot here behind or here. So you could glue it here and then down around the sides, and you'd have two small pockets you could do there. And then of course you have this pocket and then this pocket. So yeah, so this was kind of neat idea to do. And this is wrapping paper as well. So this is a striped Christmas wrapping paper. Not really Christmas, maybe. It was just an all occasion. So I backed it onto the cardstock. So when the way you fold it, part of it shows. So you could have all this wrapping paper here, and then these two pieces would be your plain cardstock. It just depends on which way you face it. Okay, so there's that one. And then, so then I also did a two-way tag. So what I did was, so this can go, so instead of doing a tag, how do I want to show you? I'll show you this one too. So instead of doing a tag just straight and putting it on your page, I thought, why not be crooked about it? So why not have a tag? That's not a very good example of paper here. Let me do this. So why not have your tag be at an angle? I mean, why not? It gives you a different look at it. So I just did a two-way tag, you know, did a two-way tag, and then I folded it sideways. And actually this happened on accident. So I'm like, yeah, why not? So on one page it would look like that, and then on the other page you'd have another, you know, this one facing down. So I just thought that was kind of neat. Like I said, I did that by accident, and so I'm like, okay, I just created something from from an accident. So so that was an idea. So yeah, this is vintage wrapping paper as well onto cardstock, and then I made it a double tag. Okay. And then I made some page. Let me get this back out. So then I made the hidden paper clip with this. So I did again, I took, here, let me show you an example here, because I'll make another one here with you. So I took my punch and I did double-sided, and this is wrapping paper, and then I folded it in half, and then so I took two pieces, and this is the baby wrapping paper, and then I just put a baby safety pin on it, and then I put some ribbon here, and I did it, and then I did a bulb pin on this side, and then a different ribbon. So then when you go to put it on your page in your book, so it's going to look like that, and then the other side of the page will have your other side, a different look. So I will do one of these with you. There's a million probably videos out there on how to do these, but I'm going to show you how. Maybe you haven't seen it, so I will show you how I did mine. And then we're going to decorate this envelope up a little bit. All right, so I have my tags here, and so I did a short one and a long one because I need a long one to put my paper clip over, and it doesn't matter what color because you're not going to see it. But one thing is see how this paper clip, let me zoom down here so you get a little bit better view. Oh, that's as far as I can go. So this paper clip sticks out, will stick out right here. So what I did is I took my hole punch, and all I'm going to do is just take a smidgen, and I mean a smidgen, out of this folded top here. Just a real small amount. So see, I'm talking that small is how much I took out of this. So now there is like a hole in here, but that's not what it's for. So you're going to take your paper clip, and now it's going to rest down below the paper line. So see how the paper clip now sits below the line. Okay. If you didn't cut it deep enough, just cut it again. Okay, so now we're going to take our Fabri-Tac and just put some Fabri-Tac around the paper clip. Okay. Okay. And then take your top one and put over top. Okay, so I'm going to make a Christmas one. So let's take this is just striped wrapping paper. It doesn't really have a theme to it, but I think I want to dress it up with some of this neat poinsettia. So what I suggest you to do is just kind of binder clip that, so it gives this paper clip time to dry, and then just do like a whole bunch of them if you want. But we'll just move right along. So let's see. Let's put that on there. I think that looks really cute. So I just want to make a visual of where my Fabri-Tac is going to be. And I don't need a whole bunch. It just needs to be somewhat on there. And then I'm just going to fold it over so both flowers are on both sides. And you know how that stuff is. So I love this stuff. All right, so now we have that on there. And you know what? I'm off center a little bit, so, and look at that, it grabbed it really fast. I didn't like that because I was off center a little bit. Let's do that again. I wasn't eyeballing it very well, was I? There we go, much better. Okay. All right, so now we've got that on there. Now you can, you can layer these up. I've seen people, make 10 layers. I'm more of a simple person. You probably know that from my videos. So now let's take, I thought about taking one of these. Oh, so let me give you a little tip on these. Maybe you already know that too, but I'll just share the tip with you as I go. So I went and bought a box of, package of the circle reinforcements. And so I took some paint. Let me show you real quick. Just your regular craft paint. Nothing special. This is satin finish. I got some really neat metallic gold that I'm going to use for, which I should have did some for these because it's a Christmas type one, so it would really look cool on there. I haven't opened it yet, but so I'm going to do some reinforcements with that. So all I did is take a little brush and just made a whole bunch of different colors. And then I created some coffee dyed ones. So these are coffee dyed. Here's some red. Here's some dark brown, some dark green, some Christmas red. These I have not colored yet. And then this one is distressed. So basically all I did was just dabbed and then just ran it right across, so it kind of gives it some really neat, like brush marks on it, if you can see it. So some are dark, some are light. So you can play around with that. So, but I think I will put a dark one on there, right there. Yep, I like that. And then let's do the same thing to the other side. So now I have, this is Christmas, so let me see. That green is not going to do it. So let's check out this Christmas green, see what that looks like. And this one. Yeah, that'll work. And right there. Okay, so we're getting that dressed up a little bit. Put these back. All right, now you can, like I said, you can put some bulb pins, you can do some dangles on there, some jewels, or whatever you want. Right now, let's just do some blue. Let's just do some blue lace trim to go through this one. I like it because you can make two different whole sides of it if you want. I'm making it the same, but you very well can. And then I put it on backwards. Going this way. There we go. So yeah, you can almost make two-sided with these hidden paperclip tags. Just pull that through. There we go. So you could make one side like this, except for what, of course, of what you're flipping over, putting over the top, because then it's the same. But what I'm saying is like, you can decorate. You don't have to go over the top here. You can just, take a piece of fabric and go straight across. It doesn't have to go over. So you could decorate one side one way and then the other side be totally different. Let me see if I have, yep, I can use this. So let's do some cream colored trim Although this has got a little bit of a piping on it, it might not. Okay, sorry about that. My camera battery ran out. Okay, so I put some ribbon on this side. So now we are done, and we'll put it on the top of our, like, pretend this is our book page. And so, yeah, so now you have like a little waterfall here with 2 tags, and then the other page, when you flip it over, will have a different look on it if you wanted to do it that way. So yeah, those are really neat. Love those. That's a great way to use up wrapping paper. So there's 2 of them that I did, 2 different styles. All right, now let's decorate this beautiful, love it, I love the feel of this, beautiful baby, like baby shower paper. So let's decorate. So, you know, because sometimes you can decorate an envelope for on this side of the envelope to be decorated or collaged on, and then you can decorate sometimes this side of it. So for this one, I want to decorate this side. So I've got some tulle here. So I thought I would, let me see how I want to do this here. Okay, so this is one of those circle ones. Not sure how much I will need or want. So tell you what, let's, I think I will do this because I want a little bit of it to show under here. So, okay, let's see here. Let's fold this in half. And then it'll be on that side too, so that will be all right. All right, so let's just cut this. Go around here, whoops. Just cut a circle out of this tulle here. Got some jagged edges there. There. All right. That will look really pretty. This is a little bit of tulle on there. So there's the tulle, you can see it underneath there. And I think if you open it and close it, it should be fine. So let's get some Fabri-Tac on there and glue that down. Or I'm just thinking here what else I want to do. I want to do something here. What do I want to do there? Maybe I'm just trying to see what all I have, what all I want to do. So I'm thinking I have these. Oh my gosh, it's a perfect color too. So I want to hold this down. So then I have these little cutouts here. This one says, "Oh Joy." So let's fold this in half. My bone folder here. Okay, and then that can go there. Oh, how cute. I think that'll work. So let's find my middle, which I think is pretty good right there. Let's get some some glue underneath there, and then some glue underneath this one. There we go. All right. Get some glue underneath this side. Glue underneath that one. Sorry, I'm off camera. All right. Okay, I don't need my Fabri-Tac right now, but it's oozing out like crazy. Let me get a baby wipe here. All right, let me put my topper back on. All right, now let me get my art glitter glue, and let's stick this little sentiment on there, and we could darken it up a little tiny piece. Put some art glitter. Whoops. Okay. Put that on there. Awesome. Look how cute that is. You might not be able to see the tool very well, but it's right here all the way around. Isn't that cute? So then you have a card. It's decorated here. And there's decorated here on this side as well. It's got to dry. And then you could put I could put another sentiment. I have some more here. I could put another one on this side as well too. So, but I'm just going to put a binder clip on that so it stays until the glue dries. So look at those ideas that you can do with vintage wrapping paper. And it, you know what? And it doesn't necessarily have to be vintage. It can just be whatever. But you know, look around for it at your thrift stores and whatnot. It's so much fun to look and get this type of a look. You know, can't find this in scrapbooking paper. So this was just a really neat idea. Now I'm gonna let that dry. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then I have one more project. So another thing that you can do with wrapping paper is make these little bags. Aren't these cute? It's just a little fold here, and it's just a little V-bottom bag. So I have this piece cut out here that we can make a little bag, and let's do one. Oops, this has some glue there. So how big a bag do you want? So let's do, so you need a fold here, and you can make the bag as big as you want on, you know, on the sides. You know, what I'm saying, I guess, is how, you know, how wide you want it, your little fan to be. So let's do that, and I'm gonna cut this. Okay. And I always keep these little scraps for all of my glue booking. All right, so let's fold this in there. There. I'm a little off on my cutting. Okay. Before I do that, if you want to make a thumb spot, in ordinary to cut with a cutter with this, I can show you what it will do, just so that you know. If you try to go cut thin wrapping paper, it's going to do that. It's going to tear because it's so thin. So what you need to do is just have a piece of cardstock behind it before you cut. So just take your piece behind it, make your cut where you want to, like about right there. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. And it will cut it clean when you have cardstock behind it. Okay, just so you know, I just learned that by trial and error. Okay, so now you can take your glue and just glue that up on that side. And if you have a long enough piece of paper, like this one was, I did not have to glue it. This is one whole piece. You don't have to glue it, but this one I am. Okay, and then you just make sure your bottom is even. Let me cut it on the cutter here real quick, so I have a nice clean edge. Okay, so I have a nice clean edge here, and so all I'm going to do is just, you could fold it, but I like how the bag is just glued together at the bottom. I just kind of like that. You could do it whatever, you can fold it and do it and glue it. This is just how I prefer to do it. So just throw some glue in there along the bottom and just press it, and that's it. And you have yourself a little bag. Put that back. And there you go. So now you have a little sack for your journal. So cute, aren't they? And of course you could do some Christmas ones. Oops, I did it too tight on that side. But Yeah, aren't they just so cute? And it's just so easy. Looks like I need to do a little bit right there because that needs to be sealed. There we go. Just so fun. I mean, you could sit in front of the TV with just some glue and your cutter and just make a whole bunch of bags. And like I said, you can make them any size, any style. You can make a big, small, but they are so cute for sticking a tag in. Let me see if I got a nice big tag to pop in there real quick. Gotta find something. So here, this isn't gonna match, but here's just a little tag, and you can just stick a tag in. There's just so much fun. The little bags are so cute, and of course, it's such different paper. You know, finding your vintage paper. So that's another project you can do with vintage wrapping paper. Yeah, so wouldn't it be fun to make some sacks or bags out of this? You know, and you got, you know, some of them are different feel. There's all different, there's like a foil paper, there's paper, crinkly ones, and they make all different kinds of noises, so it's so much fun. All right, so that concludes my craft with me today. I think I've been on long enough. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on what you can do with wrapping paper and have a bunch of fun, because I know I did. Yeah, it was just so much fun. And it gives you a whole different look and something. So yeah, have fun and happy crafting, and we will see you soon. All right, bye.